A big hello and a warm welcome to all of you amazing and beautiful people out there. Welcome to my channel and welcome to this reading. I would be using tarot cards for this one, and this is a 6-card spread. So let's dive deep into it and let's find out what Divine wants us to know. So this is going to be a 6-card spread, and I am giving it a good shuffle before I take the cards out. Before I also talk about the cards, I want you to think intuitively about your situation, like what is it that's coming in your mind, the questions and the mind fogging also at the same time. As I look at the reversed page of wands, I feel that the energy of this collective reading is more about you're feeling a lot of mind fogginess, and you might have certain thoughts about the situation you're in, like how to solve it and how to fix it. But as of now, you don't need to take any action. As of now, you just need to surrender more and more, because you could be going through some emotional stuff that you don't know how to deal with it. Like, you feel that you can do this or that. There could be other people who are also advising you about it, like how to take care of the situation. And I know that you are feeling troubled by it. That's the energy I can pick, that you're troubled by it. If I have to point out exact feeling, then you feel lost and you are not able to trust anybody. You're not able to trust someone who's very close to you, who also is a part of this situation, but you feel that they're not taking any accountability, or they don't care so much about your feelings, like what you're going through. They're more concerned about themselves. And I also see a narcissistic energy here because of the reversed lovers. But I want to club these two together. So the situation seems to be out of sync. As I said, you feel lost, and you are not able to go for whatever solutions that are present in front of you right now. And there is a complication here, or more than one complication. Communication is stifled. In fact, you are not even able to talk to this person anymore. Like, there was a time you were at a talking stage where you were kind of giving them advice, or they were giving you advice, or you were like supporting each other emotionally, you were trying to help each other emotionally. But you feel that you're at the receiving end. You are the person who is going through a lot more difficulty than this other person, because they still have support. You feel they still have people around them to take care of the basic things, while you are struggling even with things like you don't feel like eating food, you don't feel like going out, you don't want to talk to anyone. You feel like if you talk to someone also, you don't want to share too much, you don't want to give out too much, because what if you get into a negative zone. The communications is stifled. Communication is also stifled. You're not able to do it because you feel that you have already communicated a lot. You have already shared a lot. You have already said whatever you had to. And if the same thing keeps repeating over and over again, you can't talk about it. Like, you have reached that stage, as I can pick on from the cards and also intuitively. And also, when I do channeling, I get some very strong messages from different people which are collectively similar. So I'm seeing, especially with this spread, that you are tired of talking, arguing, debating, whatever you want to call it, and or else even trying to explain your pain, your fears, your worries. And maybe there's also a pattern that has been repeating here, and it's a pattern that you are very uncomfortable with now. Especially, you feel that you can't take it anymore, and it's not like you're not a forgiving person, you're not a giving person, you're not a caring person. You're all of that and much more. So you probably have a good advisor also in your phone list, or you have some very caring friends of your own as well. But even with them, when you talk about it, you discuss it, you feel like how much can you talk about this thing, because everyone cannot understand your feelings. What you're going through is so personal and it's so disappointing. Like right now you're so disappointed with this person or this situation. You have tried to talk about it, you have tried to communicate, you have tried to do whatever you could. But if the other person is completely inconsiderate and they just keep doing the same thing that hurt you, knowing that this is going to hurt you, and also knowing that you will find out, and also knowing that some of the things they're doing are openly being done, so then how much can you talk and how much can you communicate? Now you've reached the point that you don't even want to say a word, and you are like just done with it, just done with being nice or being understanding or being caring or getting manipulated. Love is okay, love is great. And sometimes giving love to people also means that you should not give. At times, you just have to sit back and watch them figure things out for themselves, because you feel that this is one thing which is very strong, that they hurt you and they know about it. So when someone knows about it, then what's the point? What's the point? Like, the other person knows everything. So this kind of silence or the pain that you're going through, eventually this is going to lead to something really great for you. I always say this to people: pain will give you gain. The only thing is you need to go through it and you need to smile at it. It's very hard to do, believe me, I know it. Personally, I can say this. It's not easy. But once you get the hang of it, like, you have to just release it in a healthy way. When you are able to release this pain in a healthy way and figure out what it has given to you in a good way, as a learning, as a teaching, as a learning, you can teach others also later on. You can advise others also, or just your glow, just your inner shine. Because I have the sun in front of me. This is going to, without you saying much, people are going to be drawn to you, extremely drawn to you. They will just feel good in your presence, like how you feel warm in the sun's presence when it's winter time. How the sun nourishes and nurtures the whole world, all animals, all beings, all plants, and everybody needs the sun and a good balanced quantity of sunlight, warmth. So this is what it is. It's a very positive sign that eventually you will be successful and your enthusiasm will return. In fact, a lot of you still have that enthusiasm. It's just that you feel sometimes tired, and this time you don't want to stop because of the situation and the person, because this person has made sure, unknowingly or knowingly, that they put you in situations that so far they have put you in some very difficult spots. It has come to your notice somehow, and I would say it's a big great grace of God, big mercy of God, that you have figured out that many a times in life, saying things to someone who's troubling you does not help at all. But keeping quiet and gulping it down, gulping the pain down, like how you drink water or juice or anything, a syrup, when you gulp it down in a healthy way without telling anything to that person, it really changes something about your energy. Because externally, even talking to a person, arguing, sharing, externally, it does sort of disperse your energy into, like, energy wastage, is how I would like to say it. In some situations, talking helps a lot. Like when I do therapy sessions, I urge people to talk to me and share. And my sessions, they are not just 20 minutes or 30 minutes. That anyone who has worked with me will vouch for. Sometimes when the student is completely new, you can ask them if ever it happens. if you get a chance to interact with them. They have talked to me for hours and they have shared literally everything in a flow, not like in a forced way. And that's when I'm able to do conversational hypnosis and conversational therapy. And they don't realize it, but something shifts. They don't realize it at that time, but right after it shifts, even sometimes during the conversation, they start feeling light, they start feeling relaxed, and they don't get that troubled by those same topics that were earlier triggering them a lot. But here, you're in a safe environment. And most important thing is that you have also intuitively found a person who can help you with your issue, help you release it from the core fully. I've even worked with people who have diseases like cancer, and in 3-4 sessions, it was gone. Now, I'm not going to make it public or anything because this is not for publicity. This is just to let you know that sometimes talking to someone, taking help from someone, doing inner work with someone works a lot because A, you are conscious and aware that you want to heal it, and B, the other person is also doing the same thing professionally now. It's not like a let's talk over coffee with a friend. Friend is like getting phone calls. Friend is also busy somewhere. They have their own issues. Sometimes our friends and well-wishers, I have noticed this. As a therapist, I noticed it. That talk to people, not everybody is going to help you. You feel more drained because they don't say anything to you. They will not, sometimes they don't say anything at all. They'll just listen to you, and they are more concerned about, okay, they have to pay rent, or they have to clean their kitchen, or they have to go somewhere. If it's a man, then maybe he has some other work to do. And you just poured your story with someone, your heart out with someone, but the other person, not that they're intentionally doing it, not that they don't love you, but they may not have the expertise to give you anything in return. And they might also sometimes feel like, what do I do? What do I say? Like, it's a negative situation that you're talking to somebody about, and they may not even know how to deal with it. So, this narcissistic personality person you are dealing with, this person probably either is in the same place, like they don't have the expertise, they are unconsciously doing these things, they are programmed, and most narcissistic people are programmed, we all know that. If they knew that they are working under a programming or they are acting out of patterns, they would also not suffer so much. Narcissistic people are also suffering a lot. And this is one thing which people, healers and a lot of coaches, mentors online, they are not doing it. They're not talking about meditation, and they're not telling you guys that all the narcissistic people that are hurting you are already hurt. They don't know how to deal with it in a healthy way. So they do things that they feel like, okay, this is the best way to deal with it. You being a conscious and aware person who is doing inner work right now, you have an upper hand over them. And I feel that God is also teaching us all of us, me included, you included, everybody. God is teaching us all in due course of time and with right divine timing how to deal with a different type of narcissistic person. One may be covert, one may be grandiose, right? One may be borderline psychopath in a complete victimhood mentality. Like, I worked with a lot of celebrities also. I would like to mention it here because this is my first hand experience. This is not something I read from a book or watched a video to figure it out. I met a lot of celebrities, and I feel a lot of them have a grandiose narcissistic personality. Some of them are really nice, very sweet to talk to. You'll never even figure out that they dislike you or they don't agree with your opinion. On your face, you'll not get to know because they're good actors or good artists. That's why they're in that place. If you want to know how I got to connect with them, is because before I did all of this healing work, I was in marketing and I am a writer. I've written films also, I've done TV shows also, and I've marketed for over 40 to 50 Bollywood movies here in India. So, of course, I got to meet a lot of them, and I was on a very good position. I was in a very good designation. Despite my young age, I was very lucky, very blessed. Thank you, God, for it. Because I think God was helping me for my healing journey, for my journey as a healer. And I am immensely grateful to God that I got to meet all these people at a young age, where I had a powerful position to actually have a one-on-one talk to them, and they really trusted me and they liked my work. All credit goes to Masters and Source. But I was really shocked. Initially, I was shocked because they had this unexplained feeling of sharing their problems with me. And I enjoyed it in a way that, not that, oh, it's a celebrity and they're sharing with me, but I was like, here is this person who looks perfect from outside, whose life looks perfect from outside. They have so much money, recognition. Some of them may not be that rich, because not all famous people are rich, but they have recognition, they have authority. Everybody wants to be in their position or their place. Everybody wants to be in their shoes. If not everybody, but at least a good number of people wanted to be in their shoes. I didn't want to be in their place at all, because at that point I saw how much they're suffering, how difficult their life is. And I'm again gonna thank God for it, because for that age and for the time, like, you can get really impressed by their success, and you can be like, oh, I want to be like them. But then you see, maybe this is not even the right age for them also to be in that place. In the West, you have to look at people like Justin Bieber. I mean, he is so young. Even now, he's not old. But look at the kind of life he has lived. So hard. People would say, oh, I want to be like Justin Bieber. But no, nobody should be Justin Bieber, because he had it really difficult. And he's a famous guy. But nobody knows what went inside or went into making him Justin Bieber, because he was so young. And this is a very good example of how it's not necessary that fame and recognition can bring you joy, and same goes for money. I did a reading for Justin, Selena, and all the things that were happening. Recently, a couple of people commented me at the same time. Like, there were at least 5-6 comments I saw which were standing out. So I decided to do a reading for them. And I wanted to tell people that, look, Justin Bieber is finally happy because he has a wife, he has a child, and you can see he's also going through a lot because of all the recent developments. Again, things have come up to surface, and we can see that his childhood was not easy at all. He was surrounded by a lot of bad people. But on one side, there is this fame and touring and meeting millions of people. And on the other side, he is somewhere getting troubled. I don't want to use specific words here, but he's going through a lot of trouble. Finally, he started connecting with God, and after that, he met his wife. No matter how much people hate his wife or say mean things about her, but she's really stuck with him. She's very devoted to him, very dedicated to him. And she's a beautiful woman. But this online image, or this fake PR and marketing image, keeps trying to bring Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez together. And now Selena Gomez, I don't think she's very happy. She's not in a very happy marriage. Intuitively, I can say that. But God bless her too, and I hope she finds peace. But Justin is lucky that he found Hailey Bieber. Now who's Hailey Bieber? But I'm glad he found her, and he has a beautiful child. And if he continues to be committed to God, and if he finds a really good therapist, not the typical one, and he can get off some medicines or whatever that he needs to be stable. I am not against party culture or anything. I'm not into complete total abstinence also. I believe more in the middle path. I gave this example purely because this is a person we all know, most people know. But there are a lot of wealthy people, very wealthy people, and people with great careers. Personally, I've worked with some really intelligent people, but everyone is struggling in their own way. and narcissistic people around them. It could be romantic relationship, it could be paternal bonds, paternal maternal bonds, it could be anything of that nature. uh, Even sometimes I've seen a lot of people start to do inner work when they have their own children. Before that, they may not be that aware, but when they have a child of their own, that's when they realize that, okay, I don't want my child to go through certain hardships and certain emotional issues or other issues that I faced. So I need to get some kind of help on this. And they realize that they cannot help the child directly like that. They need to first heal their own wounds and traumas, and then they can help their offsprings. So my opinion here on out of this reading is that despite all of the complications, this is also a positive reading. It's not a negative reading at all. Trust me on that. You are going to have a good bond with the narcissistic person as well, because I know this, guys. Online people tell you narcissists don't change, narcissists are this, narcissists are that. They are bad, okay, fine. They're difficult, okay, fine. You're having tough time with them, fine. But they are going to help you as well. And for that reason, we need to be grateful to them and we need to show compassion. And again, I'm not saying it's easy. I am not saying this at all. It's not easy. It's tough. It's hard. You're doing a great job. You need to give some credit to yourself and you need to stop being hard on yourself. But also, you need to stop expecting very fast results, like very fast, instant. I mean, in somebody's case, it can be instant. It can be like a 10-minute thing also. In 10 minutes, you can change your life. I know that. That can happen. If you find the right people or you find the um, right tool and technique, why not? But even before that, those changing 10 minutes happen, you have to go through some time frame or some experience to be able to be in that position where you decide that I got to change now. It's now or never kind of thing. So the sun is a good sign over here, very, very good sign, right after reverse page of wands and reverse lovers. When this is followed by three of cups reversed, I feel this is a sign, very strong sign, that's telling you to be consistent. So let's say you don't communicate with the narcissist the way you were communicating before. Like you change your communication pattern or you change your codependency, like you kill your codependency. You work with God, you work with yourself, or you work with a good healer, or you find someone. I don't know how, but it magically can happen. You find a great book. Like I remember many years ago, I was struggling with something and I found Louise L. Hay's book. It was a very simple, not even a book. I saw her documentary where there were a lot of AIDS patients, and their AIDS was gone. Like medically, you don't see this, you don't hear this. But there was a bunch of people, a group of people who had collected and they were talking about their journey. How once upon a time they had AIDS, and after working with Louise and after all the inner work they did, that reversed, which means that even this disease has a cure. Like same she did with cancer. She herself got cancer twice and she reversed it. So you see, she also had to go through a phase of sickness and bad health and pain and suffering and misery to figure out that she had to forgive a lot of people and she had to move on from a lot of people, and then she started passing on to the other people the same learning. So that point in time, the documentary really changed my life, because I already believed in this fact that anything can get reversed. In your life also, the problems can get reversed. This is what the sign is. But Three of Cups reversed is telling me that some people may still produce challenges even after you've started doing well and you've been consistent and you've developed a really, really good energy. Some people might not be in sync with your progress, and they might talk badly about you, or they might do something that can be seen as betrayal. Like they can really hurt you, do something that you don't expect from them. Again, you have to be consistent. Again, you have to love yourself. Again. And sometimes I think it's better not to celebrate with certain kind of people your success. Sometimes celebrations is not limited to external celebration. It's not about parties or eating with people or hanging out with people. Sometimes it just means that you are a happy person and you celebrate life every day. You like to celebrate life, you like to practice gratitude, you like to count your blessings. But then there are some people who can act like a block. They can act like blockages, and they don't allow you to be happy, or they do things that distract you from the present moment or deviate you from the here and now. And that's why you need to learn more about independence and more about alone time and more about celebrating on your own. So this is what the reverse 3 of cups is telling me, that sometimes you need to take care of your heart in such a way that you do not allow any outside influence stop you from celebrating your life and your time and your energy, your own energy. And that's why consistency comes into play. And that's why you can go through bad situations, you can go through suffering, and you can go through misery, and you can then figure a way out of it. And I always say this, when you are internally your own friend, you will see friendly faces outside. And I know for some of you, you've never had good friends, you've never had supportive people, everybody was against you, it was very hard for you to make your mark in life because you're different and everybody's judging you for being different. But still when you go within and you ask God to help you, request God to help you, not that you're complaining to God. In fact, you can do that also, but God is always going to be there. But you can always take help from God. You can sit in stillness, you can be in meditative mode, and once you get out of that zone, once you heal from it a bit, it will happen naturally. You will find people who are from your soul tribe. You will find people who are in sync with you. Then it's going to be the lovers unreversed, normal way. And you see automatically people are in sync with you, communication is smooth. And one more thing I want to add over here, it's not necessary that everybody is always going to be in sync with you. Life will not be interesting if everybody is on the same page as you are. Then what are you going to learn? Nothing. So it is quite possible that some people show you challenges and lack of harmony, but still you are lucky, you will be lucky, you are blessed if you have at least few faces who think like you, who act like you, who believe in the same things, and you have the same core frequency. And that's why judgment card is important here, because this card is not just about judgment, the word judgment day. It's about getting a level of clarity and composure. Clarity plays a very important role. If you're a chilled out person, you're calm and composed, but you're not having clarity, then you can't remain chill for too long. Judgment actually means discernment, in my opinion. Like if I had to rename this card, I would call it discernment. But it's good, it's pretty good as judgment also. There's no need to change it. But when I look at this card, every time I feel like discernment in the background playing. So you get to experience a new kind of beautiful discernment. This allows you to not only keep a check on yourself, but when you meet other people, you are going to remain positive, and yet you can give them the right feedback and the right help they need. And you can also be someone who's humble, where you need to be humble, because you'll meet people who are good teachers, and you can be a good student to them. And there will be places where you're a teacher and you'll remember that you're also a student somewhere else, and you will have that humility to learn As a student and as teacher, you can play both roles. Once this energy rolls in, you can actually convert any disadvantage into advantage, and any situation from negative to positive. Any decision that you make will help you or someone else or other people. And you will see magic every day. You can see magic every day because you are in total surrender mode every day, all the time. Like I watch online, I was watching someone's page. I don't remember that person's name, but it's someone in abroad, and he feeds a lot of homeless people. What I really liked about this person's energy was that he feeds a lot of homeless people, and he goes to places when he has to buy food or when he has to buy um, anything like for the homeless people. He's feeding like a big community. He will look for small shop owners, people who have vans or carts or small restaurants. He's not going to any fancy place. Neither is he going to some like small store, but he's going to people who are doing something in their life, who have just, I don't know, energetically maybe he finds them, but who are special in some way. Some way you can see a twinkle in their eye, or you can see a smile on their face which makes them stand out. It's not always necessary that people are always going to give him free food. So wherever he goes for a small shop, he gives them a big order, like let's say 1,000 sandwiches or 1,000 hot dogs or 1,000 pizzas or something. And those people also, sometimes it's a big order for them, but they are very much like enthusiastic that okay, I can do this much for sure in this much time, like let's say 1 hour or 30 minutes. And then they just happen to ask him, a lot of people know him also, they ask him like, are you going to feed someone today? So either they'll give it to him on discounted price, or they'll add on some gifts, some freebies to it. Like if somebody I saw was selling a food item, they gave chocolates for free. Then there was one man who gave him a lot of gloves in winters, just to give to other people. And I could see that this guy is completely on surrender mode. He does not care if it's going to cost him $1,000 a day or whatever money for all those food items, but he just goes straight up into places and he orders the food. There are days where he has to pay all of the money, but there are so many days where while he is taking the order or while he's filming over there, somebody or the other always comes up and says, hey, let me either give this whole amount or let me give a part of it. Many a times. Then he's also doing GoFundMes for a lot of people. Like he'll listen to their stories, he'll hand them some stuff, and then he'll say, you know what, I will try to get more people to fund you in your situation. So this is like literally practically practicing surrender every day. I felt he is not caring about money. He is not caring about, oh, I have to make this much money or that much money. Even if to feed people, he is not worried. I know people who feed a lot of dogs or who takes care of shelters. They're working in shelters, they're running shelters, and they're also living in surrender mode. Yeah, there's some of my friends also, and I remember when they started, they were really struggling. They would tell me, oh, I don't have this much rice every month, or I don't have this much space every month. How do I do this? How do I do that? How do I pay the bills? I've been there too. But God always finds a way. God gives you a way when you surrender. And I have so many magical stories. Like honestly, I have so many magical stories to share with so many people. Like all of you people. But maybe some other time for it. But this is what discernment and surrender will do to you. It will stop you from living your life from the glasses of just materialistic things. Even if you're materialistic, but if you are a caring person, if you're a giving person, then God is going to fill your pockets so that you can give to other people. Or God is going to put you in a situation where you don't have to worry about basic things. Your future is going to be secured. Your present is going to be secured. And you can have a big smile on your face. You can just chill. You can just chill, like supremely chilled out person you can be. And that's why I'm seeing the next card as King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles has this like amazing energy, where not only they can identify opportunities for their own personal growth and success, but they also are very self disciplined and controlled, and it is about wealth. So the narcissistic abuse that you go through, or whatever disharmony that you go through, the challenges you go through in your romantic connection or platonic connection, this is going to make you a wealthy person. Not just wealthy materialistically, very wealthy spiritually, but also wealthy materialistically. You are somebody who will manage wealth for a long term situation, long time. You can manage wealth. Now that time has come. Now finally that time has come when you can actually manage huge amount of money also, and put it to great use, put it to the best use possible, and spend it wisely, invest it wisely. Thank you so much for being here with me. You can get my book, In the Name of Love, A Journey of Finding Your Ultimate Soulmate, only on Amazon Kindle. The link is given in the description box, along with all the details on therapies and personal sessions. I will see you in the next one. One love, peace out, and victory to Ram.